Good morning, world.
We are going to our land.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to look. The grass is growing again.
Yeah.
We need to go more grass cutting. Grass is more everywhere there.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what's happening today. We've got a worker who we've hired to come. Actually, it was supposed to be 2 workers, but only 1 has turned up, which is apparently something that normally happens here in the Philippines.
We're hoping there's not a horse stampede again.
Yeah. This will be our first experience of like hiring someone to come and do some work on the land. So we're just turning up to check on what's going on here. There's our boy up there doing some chopping with a machete. I can already see that they've started cutting down the grass here, which is good because all of this area was super grown up. We're starting to get a little bit more of an idea of the space we will be working with. This will be Grandad's first time seeing our patch of land. Stepping over the gate. Don't worry, it'll be a proper gate one day. Yeah. Here's our neighbour Eric. Come down to say hello. They live up the road. Now, last time I came here, all of this was all grown up. So even now, I'm getting more of a insight into the size. My idea is that possibly where he's chopping now is where the house might end up going. I'm hoping that by the end of the work, maybe not today, maybe another day, we'll be able to see the full boundary of the land, which will give us a little bit more of a visualization as to where the house will be placed. Good morning. It's hard at work there. It's a lot of work, definitely, especially for one guy. So it's going to take some time, definitely. You can see there, scale of people to where I'm standing. So that's the main road down there. I'm about halfway up the land now. We actually do have some space, and my hope is that we'll be able to see the full boundary at some point here, going all the way around. So if this is the first video of ours you've ever seen, welcome. We are living in the island of Siargao, which is in the northeast of Mindanao in the Philippines. Beautiful, beautiful island, one of our favorite places in the world. And we decided after several years living here, and we want to invest in the country, we want to build our home here, and we want to raise our child here. It's just a part of the world that's very special, and it's very special to us. It took care of us, the people took care of us during the pandemic and everything. We feel a special connection to the Philippines and to this island in particular. So we are going to build our home on this little plot, and it is very exciting. We're at the beginning of a journey here, a big journey. We've never owned property in our lives, we've always rented. So this will be our first time actually building a house that we can really call ours. We're almost at the top of the land. There's still some walking to go. Not all the way there yet. What's that you've got in your hand?
A coconut with a hole in it. 2 holes in it.
Yeah.
And I really want to make it into like a bird, like food hive.
Oh, like a bird's house.
Yeah.
A feeding station. Why don't you take that to the shade, and then maybe you can take it home with you and you can find a way to hang it when we bring it back here. Oh, it's looking stunning here. So all of this needs to be cut away really, all the way up to the boundary. All of this too, it goes right back there. We're keeping all of the trees if possible. We want to see if we can get this house built or positioned in such a way that it feels private, but none of the mature trees have to come down. I mean, even these like youngish trees here have a thin stalk. It might be nice to just work around them if possible. And stuff like this can all be chopped down. Coming up to the top of the land now, which is quite an incline, this bit here. We won't be building anything at this point. This will be just like maybe where we'll store our water tank. So we've got some height, some gravity fed water supply. There is a fresh groundwater supply on this land, which needs to be dug into a well. That's another job for the future. Yeah, so our land boundary comes up to about here. This would be the very top, and then we'd have access, well, not access, but we can get to our neighbour's house from there. So we're not completely isolated like some people have suggested. It's not in the middle of nowhere. This land is actually in a very desirable location. As you can see quite clearly, all of the trees are looking very healthy down here. They've survived after Typhoon Odette and everything. We've got quite a lush bit of property here, and we checked it after the floods as well to make sure that it wasn't flooded, which it wasn't. So it's kind of ideal. We've got access road, we've got groundwater, there's even an electric supply here. It was ideal. So I'm really happy that we managed to find this place. Coming into the shade. I see Grandad's got the hat on. Protect that head. It's a hot day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit too warm for me to be outside.
Sasha's just going to show her dad what the tippy top of the land looks like. And we've been talking about possibly, once this area is cleared, maybe this is where the house will go, which is an area we haven't really even discovered yet because it's just a big bush at the moment. And it kind of looks like a boundary point, but it's not. It's actually one of the biggest parts of the land. And then when you go down there and to the left, there's like that little shack, which we can turn into a guest house. So you could have guests around the corner and then the house here, and you've got that kind of natural protection of the land. It's all very hard to visualize without seeing like a full plot. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm excited that this is happening. It's our first time hiring Filipino workers to come and do some work on the land. First time showing Grandad where we're going to be building our house. Maybe Grandad will even, you know, put a little house on our land too. And then we could have like a little family commune going on. Let's have a look at what's going on inside the bushes. See some butterflies flying around. So when you come through here, working his way through with the machete. Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you in the shade as well. You found a nice calm spot, yeah? So from here, if you walk around the corner here, this is where we could put like a little kubo. This would be the guest house. Hey! Got a few workers staying in there at the moment from our neighbour's house. They're building a little kubo for them, and we've allowed them to stay there for now. It's kind of weird to think that I could be standing where the deck of our house might be in a year's time. You know, I'll look back at this footage and be like, wow, look at that. It was just all trees and like mess before, like weeds. We said before we want to try and keep trees, so obviously like this is quite a young tree. I don't want that cut down. I'm going to tell him now. Coming into the shade?
Yeah.
Whew, it's a hot day, isn't it?
Yeah. It's because this is a sunny place.
Yes, it's a very sunny place, which is a good thing.
Then the plants can get healthier.
That's right. So we might be standing exactly where our house might be one day, Story.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe we could, you know, maybe plan to put it here. I'm not sure yet. Right, I'm trying to find the best route back down to the house. We can turn right here, and then we go down the stairs. This way, Story. And back to the open part. So you can see from here as well where this little kubo is. There's more boundary here, little steps, and then it leads down to the Barangay Road. So it's actually like a kind of public road here, and that means we'll always have access to our land. It's not owned by anybody else, which is fantastic. I know we've talked about this before, and many of you guys are going to have the same question. You keep saying our land, foreigners can't own land. Yes, obviously we know that, and in our situation, Grandad is married to Lola Luz, so we are going to be doing our property through Lola Luz. So that's how we are able to own this land, and it's all legal. It's all been done through a proper attorney. So we're just super excited to be able to put our home on this beautiful patch here in the world. It's super exciting, and it's not a decision we've taken lightly. We've done all the legal proceedings, we've done all the paperwork and all the thinking through, making sure that we're, you know, protecting our assets and whatever. So, and I'm not going to talk about everything, give every detail, but we have thought this through for a long time, and it is safe, secure, and it will be ours to build on. Grandad and Story are heading back to the car because it's super hot, getting really sweaty. Before we go, I just wanted to kind of go back up into the bushy bit and show you some of the bits, what we're thinking not to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's nice to see because you probably could have already said this, but when we've come before, we've just sat in the middle bit and looked forwards to this and imagined the driveway and the house. But when you actually look in the, you know, the bushes and the bit that you can't actually see, it opens out so much more.
Yeah,
And there's going to be so much space, and
it is a really big space, isn't it?
yeah,
Well, it's
maybe Dad could even put his own little
yeah.
kubo on it.
You can like go in another corner,
So
like
we could
maybe
have
over
the
there.
guest suite, and Dad could put something on, because he was saying he wants to come back more. Like, this is what he thought retirement was going to be, you know,
Yeah.
island style. So if he had somewhere, he could be here more often, which would be lovely.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of dreams coming together, hopefully.
Look at this beautiful flower. I know
Yeah.
this is just a weed, you know, growing out of the base of a palm tree, but it's lovely.
Yeah, nature knows how to
Wild
decorate.
flowers.
It's beautiful. Right,
It's still early in the morning and it's so hot.
I know, let's quickly head up there so I can
Okay.
quickly show you that bit. All right, back past the kubo, go up through there and then turn left through that gap. In there,
Okay.
yeah, where he is now. Let's walk up through there so you can see where the trees are. Yeah, turn left through that bit, and then we need to discuss what trees are going to stay and which ones are going to go. I'm thinking basically just trim down the weeds and that's it. Leave everything like this thickness behind. Don't cut any of these. Keep this.
No, I think just, I mean, it's one guy on his own today. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I just want to see things.
Yeah, I think with the long grasses gone, leave all the trees, anything that's established. And then I was saying, so I don't really want to cut down any of the palm trees.
Definitely not.
Um,
If possible.
yeah, I want to keep them. So maybe if needed, we could put the house around the palm tree, and if it was in the way, we could put the terrace.
Yeah, the deck could go.
Like, so the palm tree was inside the terrace of
Yeah.
the front of the house, or one of the balconies or something.
Yeah. It's
So
all,
we can
everything's
think about
possible, isn't it?
Are we going up more?
Just this bit really, this is the bit I wanted to show you. Alright, we're exiting the land for now. We'll come back later and check on proceedings, see what's going on. And the land actually goes all the way down there. So I'm not sure if they're going to have time to clear this today, but we have some extra material there to kind of put a road in if that's where it seems best to do so. We're going to go and head off and get some breakfast now, and then we'll come back later, yeah?
Yes.
Our neighbour was explaining that when you have a house built here in the Philippines, or when you're using local labourers and stuff, it's very kind of hit and miss whether things are going to go to plan. So that's why construction takes a long time, especially on an island location like this or a provincial place, which is one of the main reasons why the actual house build we want to do with the Kubo company, because it seems a little bit more established and on time, and maybe a little bit more how we expect our first build to go. We obviously don't know, it's our first time doing this kind of thing ever in our lives, but the fact that 2 workers were supposed to turn up today but only 1 came is like, and this is our first experience.
The start of it.
Yeah, the very first. So we knew this this would happen. It's all part of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see what one manual labourer with a knife can do in a day. Grandad and Story are already back in the car, cooling off. Let's go get some food.
Right, we are heading back to the land to check on the progress.
Several hours has passed.
It has, yes.
Afternoon light now. Gonna go and see what our boy has been up to all day. I feel really bad actually. I mean, he's been hacking away at this land with a machete in the hot sun. Just no machinery, no tools, like just the machete. So we'll see what he's got up to.
Right, it's looking a lot clearer, nice and shady now. So we're hoping that he will return tomorrow for round 2 with a second worker, and also we're going to leave our strimmer, our petrol fueled strimmer with him, which we didn't think to bring it today, and we had a lot of stuff in the boot of the car, so it wasn't actually in the car. Jay has been just keeping it in the car as a place to store, and it's been taken out since my dad's been here and we had his luggage and everything. We didn't have it on us. We thought tomorrow we could loan it so they can make a bit more progress, but it's looking very clear. Look at this.
This is the main section.
All this has been cut down.
Now we can see how much of a mound this is, this section here. like when you look at it from top down, you can see this is like the biggest part of the land, but it's actually also very hilly.
Yes.
So to build into this, we'd have to bring in a digger
Yeah.
to dig out like at least some of it without knocking
Yeah.
into the trees.
It's nice now though, look. It's lovely and cool and shady.
Yeah.
This morning when we were here early, and it was so sweaty standing up here, but now we've got lovely lots of shade in the afternoon, which is nice. Can you notice the difference from this morning?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can feel it. You can definitely
Yeah.
see that by the end of tomorrow, there will be, it will be like exactly as we envision it, like
Yeah. Big
clear up to the
difference.
trees. Yeah, and that's all I want to see really. I just
Yeah.
want to see boundaries at this point.
Yeah, so this is the hill portion that Jay was just mentioning, going up here, and you couldn't see through all of this this morning. So yeah, big work has been done today. Lots of hard work going on. You can get all the way to the top now.
You can see more boundary here.
Yeah,
Haven't seen any of this point yet.
no, we couldn't really pass this part before. It's looking really good. Wow, all the way to the end there.
Just paid the guy. Not sure if he's coming back tomorrow.
No, it might be a different
Yeah.
guy.
I asked him if he was coming back tomorrow, and he just said, and then he said Domingo, which is Sunday. So today is Sunday when we're filming this video. So I presume he's the Sunday guy. So I'll have to ask Eric to help me with some translation.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens tomorrow. But hopefully we'll have another worker, at least one, come
Yeah.
tomorrow as well to do a bit more. But massive progress
Yeah.
today.
Considering he's done this all by hand, I'm actually impressed.
Yeah.
It's hard work for one person with just a hand tool to do. So massive respect to this guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I mean, even if I came here with the brush cutter myself,
Yeah.
I would have done less work.
Yeah.
Because I would be getting used to the tools. I'm not used to the
Yeah.
heat, not used to this much manual labour. No, not since my younger days.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased for the price that you pay as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 500 pesos per day.
Yeah.
At this current rate. I'm not sure if it changes between person and skill levels, but this is what we're learning.
Yeah.
This is our first time paying someone to come and do some work for
Yeah.
us here in the Philippines.
All right. Still doesn't feel real. But
Doesn't.
this
no.
is where we're going to have a house. Just behind me there, it's going to be a house one day. Hopefully, in not that far in the future. One day soon.
I'm going to say within a year.
Yeah.
I think we can do it within a year. If the Kubo team does what they're supposed to do, and everything is kind of falls into place, 1 year, that'd be amazing.
It would be.
That's
yeah.
the dream.
All right. Well, there you go. Hope you have enjoyed this land update, coming along with us on this land clearing day, showing my dad the land for the first time.
Yeah. Hiring Filipino workers for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous to show Dad. I was like, oh, I don't know what he's going to make of it. But he said it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, of
Obviously,
course.
it's a challenge for us. A new project, something we've not done before, something that he's not done before as well.
This is the thing.
So,
As British people, the idea of like buying a patch of undeveloped land and building a house on it from
Yeah.
scratch is almost unheard of. You would buy a house and renovate something old, but to do this
Yeah.
is out of our comfort zone. So yeah, for British
completely
people in
no.
general.
yeah. All right, we're going to end the vlog right here,
Yeah.
and we will see you in the next one. Bye.